Warning, this podcast contains language not suitable for children and some adults.
You're in a haunted Victorian-era city, trapped inside a wall of lightning powered by demon blood. Your game master for Blades in the Dark is Sean Cruz. Now,
Come along for the ride of your life.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Oops, We Broke the Multiverse! Today's episode is a very special one because our near and dear friend is turning... How old are you again? 27? 30, 31?
33.
33? What?
Yeah, I'm 33.
Old-ass piece of shit.
Pretty much.
It is Anthony Gabb's birthday. Make sure you send him some love whenever you hear this and be like, Happy birthday! 1 month late.
That's true. This won't be out for a bit.
Yeah. To my right, as always, is Sean Cruz. He's the one with the voice and the loudness and the volumes and the face. You guys can't see his face. To his immediate right is his amazing and talented wife, Anne-Marie Cruz. You. And I, of course, am your host, the crown prince of taking naps during the middle of a day, Anthony O'Neill. Sean, take us away. Recap the last thing that happened. I'm sure there's a lot of dick jokes about to be made. Take it away.
All right, so we got into the Archive of Echoes via the hole in the ceiling, in the window, the skylight. They did drop a body. It did explode. It did fart. It put everybody out. The gang got through the Hall of the Immortal Emperor. They did lay a trap or some explosives, right, Anthony? Some explosives in the demon's room.
Yes, by the case with the Holy Lady ghost.
Right. And then we killed some guys in the before the Cataclysm room.
And how?
Oh, and O'Neill Avarice had his greatest kill ever. Nobody was there to see it though, so it didn't happen.
Okay. It happened in my heart.
And they finally got to that vault-looking door that leads potentially to what they're trying to go for, the spirit bottles. And as we left off, Avarice put his hands on the cube, and the cube said there would be a curse. It's a cursed gift that he would receive. Everybody felt like they were experiencing some spirits around them or something, but then nothing. And as we left off, the vault door spun in numerous different directions and then cracked open.
That's the cursed gift right there. You put your hands on it. As a father of like 16 like bastard children, silence is the best gift you can give me.
Wow.
You're probably sterile now.
Happy Father's Day, everyone, by the way.
Yeah. Way to date us, Sean. Yeah. So I put my hands upon the cube. I gained nothing from it. Is there like a door or receptacle in front of us that we could go through?
There is a vault door.
That
Good
is
question.
open.
You know what? No, it's cracked open.
Yes, it is cracked open. You
Is-
could pull it
is
over.
there-
You'll have to
wait,
move
wait.
the pedestal.
Is it a push or pull?
It's a pull. Good question. There, the pedestal that is the pedestal that's in your way. Actually, you know what? It makes more sense that it be a push because you'd have to move the pedestal and the cube, and like might as well just. It's a push.
But it
Good
says
job.
pull. It's a push door, but it says
Yeah.
pull.
That's their last like trick, so you can't come in.
All right. Who's first?
I think since I'm now cursed with a gift, and not just my beauty this time, I will go in first. I will push on this, what seems to be a revolving door. of the vault.
What? So now it's a bus turnstile,
It's a turnstile.
a
fucking
revolving door.
Tickets, please. Tickets.
I believe I'm still holding on to Billy's like pull string, right?
Yes.
You get probably gonna have to because I'm just killing people willy nilly
Yeah, it's fine.
and pulling out my willy and nilly willy.
I made some pussy money making like being a dominatrix with like of course like men on leashes. I'm used to it. It's
There you go.
fine.
There you go. So, Avarice, you push the door open.
I push.
Okay.
I do a great push,
All right. So he.
and this time I don't
It's
mean
a
to poop.
very, very heavy door, but you're a strapping young lad.
Ooh.
Push it open, and you see a hall, and it is lit by torches.
Now, is this the Hall of Echoes?
Who lights these torches, or are they just automatic?
Good question.
As you open the door, they just whoosh to
It's
life.
Mysterious.
They're on a sensor.
Yeah. That's what you see.
Hey guys, there's a hallway here. Let's see where it goes. And I go through the portal.
And I too follow that porthole.
So we have Avarice first, then Fortuna, and then I guess that'd be Billy, because he's on the string.
Is this
Yep.
And he's like, maybe you should send the dark man to go look first.
No, we have to go smash the things. Don't you want to smash the things?
Yeah, but, usually I have somebody go check up front, so I don't get in danger.
We're not up front. Avarice is up front. You
Yeah, go on.
Come on.
Go,
Yeah. The
Catch
copper
up.
skin man is already up
go,
front.
go check
so-
up front. Go on. Good boy.
Oh boy, I can't wait to kill you.
That's a joke we have. He's not going to kill me.
Okay.
We're friends now.
Yep, we are.
So, Ricardo Copesa, he kind of comes and tries to catch up with you, Avarice, to help be in the forefront if any shit goes down.
Now, is there any like windows or doors down this hallway?
Good question. So as you look down, it is like a marble floor, right? And then the walls are just a very plain plaster, and these torches are put down as the hall goes. And the hall seems like it goes further than it should. Like the building isn't this long. It's weird.
Is it going down or up?
Left or right?
Forward.
No, like downhill. Sorry.
Oh, no, it
Oh,
is
it's just
completely...
deceivingly long.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Very good. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's make our way towards the end of the hallway.
Well, before Dr. X goes in, he's going to grab one of the guardsmen's swords.
Okay.
And then he's going to walk down the hall.
He leaves the guns.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Grabs a sword. All right.
And if you remember from our last episode, I still have one of the guards' guns.
Okay. And Ox will pick up the rear. And that's everybody. Okay, cool. So you guys are walking down the hall. Avarice, you are going to feel extremely uncomfortable. In your head, you can feel just a great panic coming over you. But you don't... It's kind of like your spider sense is tingling, but you're not seeing any apparent danger. You don't hear anything. You guys are just hear your own footsteps going down the hall.
I'm not going to tell them anything.
Okay.
Because I feel like I don't want to be a bitch.
All right.
Say, what are you on
So-
your period or something?
All right. So as you get down the hallway, you do see a door that is ajar at the end of it, and you can tell there's some brighter firelight coming from inside of it. It is cracked open.
It's pretty nice. So these doors are just happen to be open.
Yeah.
Right?
Like there's no thieves toolkit that we need to use.
It's
or
the
anything.
hallway of perpetually open doors.
Interesting.
Would you
Yeah.
say this door is ajar?
Fuck.
It's his birthday. Laugh. That's our friend Anthony. He's so funny. It is odd that these doors are open, and Ricardo Cabeza makes a comment like, "Hey, why do you think that the door is open like that? I mean, there's no securities. Don't you think this would be guarded? Like, I don't know if we're alone."
It's guarded by apparently just a long, boring hallway that is kind of redundant when it could have just opened into another room.
But dickhead, I thought you didn't like locked doors. Last time on our last episode, you were going, "No more locked doors, gracias." It's a next Friday reference.
It is. I'm glad that there's no locked doors, for sure. But it just seems fishy. Like why is there a light at the end?
Well, I mean, we should be fine as long as you brought the badges. You have the badges, right?
I don't get that reference.
It's
we don't
from-
need no stinking badge. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it from?
It's from the Treasure of Sierra Madre.
I don't even know what the
Humphrey
fuck
Bogart
that
is not a sponsor.
Oh wow, wow. You went old school.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it now. Anyway, so yeah, he says that.
Well, we don't see anybody here. We seem to be alone. I'm sure we'll just figure it out once we go through the door like normal.
Okay.
Our plan is to follow through.
Yeah. I'm going to go through that other door that is ajar.
Okay, so you open the door
Uh-huh.
and you see that the room opens up, but the difference between the architecture in the halls you were in, the museum, this is all made of wood and very like old material that's weathered. It's like the museum was built on top of this, place. A lot of wood structure, a lot of, it's a very different architecture. And it's a great room. I mean, it's beautiful. It's huge, very tall ceilings. And you can see that down in the distance, there are wooden racks. There's 3 rows of them. Everything's lit by candlelight or torchlight. And then that kind of takes you in first. But as you make your eyes wander around the room, they come down to what's more in the forefront. And there is a large table with 12 chairs. And at the table, there is a spirit jar.
There's one spirit jar.
There is one on it. At the table, there are 12 chairs. And around this table, there are 10 red sashes sitting in the chairs. One blue coat off to the side, and one red sash who is speaking to the jar. So, you're so far it's just Avarice in there?
Yep.
Okay. And Ricardo Cabeza is right behind you. So you've kind of, you open the door to walk in, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all the heads look up, look at you, but the one talking to the spirit jar does not break, whatever they're doing with the spirit jar. The blue coat looks up, and Avarice, you'll notice right away it's Three-Tooth Jack.
The
in a
blue
blue
coat?
coat uniform. Mm-hmm.
Ah. You mean No Tooth Jack?
No Tooth Jack.
If you,
This is what retirement looks like.
yeah.
All of the red sashes, again, look up at you, and they are surprised to see you.
Well, yeah.
They are or are not?
They are.
Oh, okay.
I mean, anyone would be surprised to see me.
I don't know. They could have seen all this coming.
Well, if they were in the building, they could have seen me coming. Huzzah!
So he will look at you and say, because you're all in blue coat uniforms, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. X is still hanging back down the hall a little bit.
Okay. He says, hey, you guys can't be in here. It's staff only.
Who
That's
says that?
Three-Tooth Jack. No Tooth Jack.
No Tooth Jack.
You gotta get out of here. And he kind of like motions his hand like, get out of here. You're fucking interrupting.
Aw. He's special now. Been hit in the head too many times. Like, look, listen, champ. We got business here. So you guys can just run along.
All the red sashes raise a finger to their mouth and they go, shh, to you.
Well, guys, should we Leroy Jenkins this bitch?
I think we should make Billy Leroy Jenkins this shit.
And then you pull him to come back.
Yeah. I just kind of like reach outside the door and yank him in there. It's like, I believe you guys are looking for this gentleman. And at this point, I got him by the little string, by the danglies.
Okay. So now you're in the room, and who else?
Billy and Ricardo Cabeza.
Okay. Ricardo Cabeza and Billy and Avarice are in the room, right? Okay.
Yeah, the other
Yeah,
half of the
I'm gonna-
gang is not.
Yeah, I'm just trying to listen in.
The other PCs are not in the room with
So
Now,
I can.
Billy is not in a blue coat, right? We did not put him one.
No, we did not.
No. I'll just go ahead and stand like behind him as like the silent partner with my arms crossed. Like,
They can see you.
yeah, like obviously I'm a woman, so I'm not in charge. So,
I mean, you're pretty intimidating.
Hey.
You might slice some faces.
It's 2021, Anne. Women can be in charge too.
I don't know about this place.
Feminism is not a sponsor.
Either way, fine. Then I obviously look like I am too good to talk, and you're my subordinate. Doing my dirty work. There. Fixed it.
So, the three, let's see. They look at you, and Billy's like, "Wait, what? What are you doing? I am not a prisoner. We are here on a mission."
Play along.
Oh, to turn me in. And he raises his two hands like, cuff me. So Mylera, who is the name of the person talking to the shit. Okay, well, you don't know that. All right. All right. So the woman, Red Sash, who is talking to the spirit bottle, slams both her hands on the table and says, "Look, I've already paid you to speak to General Lucian Kroger. You will leave us be. I have no time for these hijinks." And then one of the red sashes stands up and he looks totally fucking confused. You hear that Kill Bill like, "Whip, whip, whip, whip," and then the screen goes red because this guy, one of the red sashes, stands up and he says, boss lady Mylera, I don't know why." And he looks really confused, and then he looks very clear. And like he has an epiphany. I've met that woman before. Yeah, these are the guys who actually kidnapped Billy. And I'm pretty sure that they killed Gus, the guy who got killed in the alley. Yeah, I recognize all these guys. That's crazy, huh? And she's like, "What?" And so she kind of puts a blanket over the jar and then starts examining you guys.
So when you say Gus, you mean this cat? And I pull out the sash with a fucking head and I just kind of roll it onto the ground.
You really brought that. Did you load out with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, or you need to like flashback and bring it.
Flashback, I bring it. Flash in. Fuck you.
He also wore pants. I mean, we didn't have to. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Although
So-
they're tearaways, actually.
Right. So, yeah, all the red sashes look down at the sash, and then they start to draw their swords, and then No Tooth Jack just kind of looks at it like, "Oh, dang, okay." And he kind of leans back in his chair, and Billy's like, "Oh, yeah, hi, guys," because now he's recognizing some of them are his friends.
They're his friends.
Well, remember, he hung out with the red sashes.
Looks like we're in a pickle here, Billy.
Yeah. I'm fine. Everything is fine. See? They have not hurt me
Count your
on the outside.
count your fingers so they see that you have all your fingers.
He starts to count his fingers, and then he points three of them. After he gets to three, points the three at his chest. Like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He kind of keeps pointing at the trap, trying to nonchalantly show them that he's being held captive.
Roll to see if that even works.
Oh, yeah, okay. See, I'm going to push
you need to
myself.
do your
Fuck
in-
you.
Yeah, I want them
roll.
to make a perception check.
Yeah. And I kind of just like pull on it, like grab his string. I'm like, let's not blow this out of proportion. Huh?
Yes, because that's not obvious at all.
No Tooth Jackson. He's clapping.
Listen, I think we all come understanding, right? We brought him here. You now have him. But we have some stuff to do.
And then that same guard like, Mylera, these, I mean, I don't know if this is obvious now, but these are not blue coats, by the way.
Thanks,
And
Captain
then he
Obvious.
sits back down.
He sits back. Way to be on guard.
On guard.
So now the red sashes, all 10 of them stand up and draw swords. And Mylera kind of pulls the jar closer to her. And then she says, hand him over now, or we will take him. So Ox comes in the door behind you, and he's kind of getting his knuckles cracked and stuff, trying to intimidate them. It doesn't work. They don't really back down. But, now your full group is kind of in view, except for our friend Francis.
Oh, Francis is with us. I always forget about Francis. Anyways,
Well, he's mute. You don't hear him.
You don't see him right now either.
you don't really have a bargaining chip here because if you take him, you're going to have to take him in pieces.
Also, we have explosives, and we're not afraid to use them on those bookshelves that are not for books.
You have no place in this place.
Good one.
And then she points a finger at you, and the red sashes stand up. The swords are out now, and they're pointing at you. She says, "Final warning: release him and go."
Flashback.
Flashback.
Mr. X is going to load up on some extra explosive materials and hide it. Not really hide it, just keep it on his person, up inside his jacket pockets and wherever else he can stuff it.
The good news is the blue coats have lots of good utility pockets. So what kind of explosives are you carrying?
Like chemical explosives.
What about a smoke bomb?
Dope.
That'd be dope.
Got a
Coach said
plan.
Dope.
Nope. Got
Oh.
a plan.
Who's
He
dope?
said nope. Okay,
Nope.
so that'll cost you 1 stress.
Okay. 1 stress. Don't need it.
Do you not have your sheet?
That's in the other room.
Okay.
The
Well, you're
fuck,
gonna
birthday
need
boy?
it. This is gonna be a big fight. All right, so you take 1 stress.
'Kay.
For that. Now you have some. How many explosives are we talking?
A lot. Like as many as I could fit. Let's just call it 40 vials. Like little, maybe the size of like half of a cigar. Just vials like that.
Okay, and
Full of explosive.
how big a
liquid.
boom boom do they do?
Big fucking boom boom.
Big bada boom.
Like a piece of dynamite, some
Big
C4,
bada
Yeah, like if you threw
or
one
like
in
an
there, is
atomic
the
bomb.
ceiling gonna cave in on you, or like what are you doing?
Like altogether, it could be half a dozen grenades.
All right. Well, looking at the architecture as I pointed out earlier, if you throw one that's like a grenade,
Well,
could be bad.
I said altogether.
Okay, if you threw all 40 at once.
If I threw everything in there, it would be the size of like half a dozen grenades going off.
Perfect.
So if you have 40 vials of this, carry the one. Continue.
Yeah, how much does one make? Take it out of the metric system for me. Put it at the good old standard. And tell me how much boom does one of these make? It does matter.
Is it a little boom? Is it a big boom? Is it a medium boom?
Takes off a leg.
Like a small boom. Like if I was to hit a person with it, it would
Fuck 'em up.
It would fuck them up, but it's
Okay.
not gonna start rattling, rock walls and cause an avalanche.
It's not going to rattle the cages.
That's
So-
like a huge difference in avalanche.
Yes. Okay. Because this is a very old structure. So just keep that in mind.
Well, I'm in the hallway. I'm safe.
My little foxhole. All right.
Is it like
Cool. So-
combustion? Like, does it do like more fire?
Does it? No.
It's an explosion.
Yeah, it's not
Okay.
necessarily fire.
Okay.
It's not napalm.
I just think it's just a bunch of wood around here.
So there's 10 red sashes, correct, and one whore.
All right, so yes, you are you're still in the hall.
Yes.
Okay. You take notice that Francis is missing. You do not see Francis. You do not see him down the hall. He is not with the group.
Interesting. Okay. There's nothing I can do about that now.
Yeah.
Francis.
Okay. Do you don't tell anybody or
Oh, I assume everybody but me is inside that room.
yes.
So I would have been
Oh,
the
so
only...
you're assuming Francis is but you could see in the room, right? You haven't looked in the room yet?
Well, I mean, as much as the door's open, but I'm in all the way in the back.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so the red sashes are swords pointed out. You have received a threat to get the fuck out. What do you do?
Well, I have a red sash that I just emptied out Gus's head, because apparently that was his name, Gus, onto the floor. So I think it's obvious to everyone that I'm not leaving.
I demand a trial by combat. Avarice will fight for me.
Trial by stone!
So I demand trial by combat, and Avarice will be my steed.
Thanks for volunteering me to do
The red
something
sashes.
I'm already going to do.
The red
You
sashes.
ever have someone tell you to do something as you're doing it? How wonderful is that feeling when you're just like picking up something? It's like, hey, can you pick up that box for me? And you're just like, you whore!
Well, now I don't want to.
Yeah.
You fucking pick it up.
Oops. Like, I'm going to leave peacefully now.
No, this way it's just 1-on-1.
Right, so
Yeah,
all the
that's
red
not as
sashes
fun.
make a big circle around you, and then
Ooh, it worked.
No Tooth Jack comes in, and he's their champion. They're all, yeah, No Tooth Jack. No, I'm just kidding. They're not going to do that.
It's not high school.
So, Mylera, you hear a muffle from under the damn it, dude, we've been fucked up so many times. I'm like, did I tell you that she put a cloth over the...
Yeah, she
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so...
Is it Voldemort?
Let me see. No, he under there. You can hear some muffled words from whoever's in that spirit bottle, and then why you do that? It's pretty much like Harry Potter. This is where this stuff comes from, right?
Yeah.
Movies and shit. Anyway, he's like, yeah, wants her to uncover him. So like a canary cage, she uncovers it and turns it. And any of you who have studied your history would know it's General Lucian Kroger, who was once known as Canada's most militaristic and powerful country in the world before the Great Cataclysm.
Canada?
No way.
Canada.
Kroger's a
And
grocery
he is the
store.
He is the most savage commander of the armies of the Great World War before the Cataclysm. He's a closely shaved man with an eye patch and some sort of high-tech material with a small hole in the middle is what the eye patch is made of. And it appears to be a piece of technology rather than a traditional eye covering. So he says,
We have important business here, buddy.
Oh my god.
And we have no time for this. You are clearly outnumbered. Have you no strategy? What will you do next?
and she's like, that's all you were going to say. I mean, let us just...
Silence! Get out! We have much to discuss.
So she's the talking ghost head says the same thing she does.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna shoot because I do have one gun at the jar. The ghost in the jar. Ghost in the shell.
Ooh.
All right, so you have a wreck.
It's a hunt.
Okay, to shoot with a gun.
Yeah.
All right, and what do you have?
I have 2 dice.
Okay.
What am I not good at?
So we're going to
Sex.
set your position.
You can ask your friend Nirix.
Oh, she already told me.
Yeah.
All right, that's accurate. You're
Did we
not
set our
good.
position like 3 episodes ago and we started this?
That is
Jaunt.
your engagement roll. Right. No, he's doing an action roll now.
Mm-hmm.
So, you are going to specifically shoot the gun at the jar,
Mm-hmm.
right? Okay. And you're using rec hunt.
Hunt.
I would say you are in a risky position,
Mm-hmm.
and you are...
Would anyone like to assist me?
Yeah, I could take another stress.
Let me see my stress.
Don't give me a dice, please.
I was gonna.
Fucking every episode. I hate it when that happens. The audience and microphone just went limp.
So fast, too. I didn't even
wow.
see it coming.
Happens to the best of us, trust me. As you get older, it's bound to happen more and more.
You know what happens when it's too hot?
You know what? I got the Pfizer
See, it
injection.
doesn't like
And I tell
it
you
when I do
what.
this.
Yeah, no more problems in that area.
Good job. You are in a risky position, and we'll say it is a limited effect because it is a small jar. You have not shot a gun yet in this story, but that doesn't mean that you don't know how to shoot a gun.
No,
So,
apparently not. I have 2 dice for it. So
all right. So here we go. Roll them dices.
I apparently spent a bunch
Hold
of
on,
stress.
hold on. That sounds like more than 2 dice. What happened? What
I
do you
gave
have?
him one. So I
You
took
gave him
another
one-
stress.
So you took a stress,
and I pushed myself. Yeah,
and you took a stress. All right, what'd you get?
I got 2 5s.
Okay, so you do it, but suffer complication. All right, so you shoot the spirit jar, but as if in slow motion, you are pulling the trigger. The General Kroger, as if in, just he's in real time, but everything else is in slow motion. He turns and looks directly at you, and that panic you were feeling in the hall starts to hit you even harder. And you feel a great fear within your stomach and your mind, and your legs start to tremble, and you fire, and you shoot the jar, and it breaks.
Cool. It's got a little bit of the vapors.
But now the face, you notice the jar breaking again. It's all in slow-mo. You notice the jar breaking, but he never breaks eye contact. The jar around him cracks and crumbles. He is still staring at you, and his face gets closer and closer and closer to you until you feel him inside you.
Inside of you.
Even though we're all wearing silver.
Yes.
Oh. That's a shitty
Someone
curse.
has a gift. So,
We should have shot a different jar.
you are now feeling a great anger within you.
Okay.
And you are feeling an anger towards your own crew.
Oh.
So, you are essentially possessed right now,
Oh no.
but not fully. You can feel his presence. As far as everybody else knows in the room, he disappeared. They did not see him go into avarice. The jar exploded, and you're like, wow, that's what happens when a jar breaks. Okay, cool. And all of a sudden, the Sashes and Mylera look at the jar, and they're gasping like, oh my god, nobody's broken one of these jars like in ever. So they're all just shocked at what they just saw. And Ricardo Cabeza looks at you and he's like, why did you do that, man? What are you doing?
So I look at Billy Stringford just ignoring the shit out of Ricardo Cabeza, and I go, you're part of our crew, right?
And he says,
He just stares at me.
I don't know. I mean, I think we're friends, but I could see you were trying to do some things to me. I don't know.
So I'm going to take that little bit of anger I have for my crew, just pull it string on his chest.
Okay, so I'm gonna say you're not feeling hatred towards Billy.
Why?
Well, because I control the ghost.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah, you're not you right
and you
now.
don't love Billy. Like, this ghost is in you and knows who your friends are.
Oh.
He's gonna know, Billy, you want to kill him anyway.
Okay, so killing him is going to do nothing except for killing him.
Sure. Yeah.
And it wouldn't be like total death. It'll just be like extreme agony.
Mutilation, yeah.
Yeah, as like white phosphorus just burns through his sternum and eventually his heart.
Okay, so you are, again, you're feeling extreme anger towards your friends. However, you are able to, you can feel the impulse to act on it. You can feel the impulse to take your rapier and stick it right into Ox, right? But there is part of you that's also controlling it right now, and you are not acting on it.
Okay.
Oh, so he's not like a puppet now.
No.
Oh.
I'm not a meat puppet.
It's essentially what's happened to him, it feels like, is he was meant to be possessed, and then it didn't fully work, right? But the ghost, the spirit, doesn't quite understand why that's happening right now. It's just trying to control him.
So he just has some annoying, angry voice in the back of his head.
Yeah.
An
Why
angry
won't you do this?
Canadian voice.
I
All right,
said stab
so-
him, buddy.
So I'm gonna drop my gun that I used to shoot the thing, and then draw both rapiers.
Okay, so you draw both. You feel no resistance to this action,
Okay.
but you do feel the urge to stick him into Fortuna.
It's okay. I already felt like I should stab you with my penis.
Okay.
He immediately looks at
at
Sean's
this
in the
point-
eyes.
At this
Look in
point,
the
the red
eyes, buddy.
sashes now have come into attack. So Fortuna is in front with Bill. No, you're behind Billy and Avarice and Ricardo Cabeza, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Ox is kind of pushing his way forward. Mr. X is yet to be seen. And the red sashes are now pulling swords and attacking. So we're going to say that Ricardo Cabeza pulls out his shillelagh. And he starts to clash with a couple of the red sashes. And you can see he's very, very fancy in acrobatics going on with his sword play, or with his wooden club. And he's kind of hitting them, sweeping them, under their legs and blocking some shots with way too much finesse. Like, it's unnecessary. But these red sashes are also very, very skilled. So he is having a tough time, and it is 2-on-1 for him. Ox goes over and starts to, grab at them and dodge their swords. He does not have a weapon in his hand, so he is being cut on his forearm as he's trying to block. But as he gets blocking done, he is also swinging at them. The others are coming at Avarice and Fortuna and Billy, trying to grab at Billy.
Is there a way that I can pull Billy and try to essentially run away to like the bookshelfy area?
So you would have to run past all of these guys to do that. Because remember, the table is in the front of the room. The shelves are behind it.
And those shelves are the ones that, like, for sure have the glass heads on it. Or the...
Well, you don't know
don't-
that.
No, I know.
But that's,
Futurama.
you
We're
can
not-
take a guess.
I'm just trying to clarify for the listener, because I don't remember ever hearing anybody actually say,
So-
this shelf has the glass jars on
Right, you haven't been back there, so I haven't said that.
it. Right.
Nobody's investigated that. But I can tell you that my Lara has gone back to those racks and disappeared.
So maybe they can't see Billy's contraption, so I pull him in close, kind of like rip off his shirt a little bit, so that way they could see the device. And I said, I will pull this if you do not back off right now. I don't know. I'm trying to intimidate.
Yeah. So there's a lot of fighting and stuff going on right now. I'm not sure everybody's going to hear you.
Well, I don't know if everybody, just the people that are in front of me, right?
Right.
They're all
There's
split off.
guys coming at you.
Yeah.
Right. So, the couple guys that do that are kind of looking at you like, and Billy's like, she's not lying. Look at it. Look at it. It's going to kill me.
Lay down
Kill
your
her!
Lay
Oh,
down
sorry.
your swords.
And they're kind of looking at each other. There's 3 of them now because another guy's come over, and they're all looking at you like, And
I start kind of backing up a little bit.
yeah, so they just have
While
their
I'm
swords in front
dragging-
of you,
yeah.
and they're just keeping pace with you, drawing you back.
Wow, am I getting closer and closer to the door that Miss Dr. X is at? That would be an ideal time for him to pop out, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I guess so.
So that is the door that she's backing up against?
That's the only door. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, I look
Well, it kind
across
of
the
sounded
room.
like you guys were dancing around and maybe you went towards the bookshelf door.
I couldn't.
She looks
I
out
was
the door, and
blocked.
there's
Gotcha.
just like a letter, like a knife to the door that says
So
3 wet holes.
Yeah. My resume. He's here. So anyways, I'm just slowly backing up and fuck, I can't just leave. Well, the big guy's got it.
Yeah, I'll just keep fighting.
What are you doing?
So
I'm fighting.
so
I'm
who is
killing.
in the door now?
It's me.
Is the doorway clear
me.
besides her Fortuna and Billy? Like Ox and Ricardo, everybody's basically in now.
The
fighting.
room.
Everybody's in there fighting right now.
So then there's two red
Apparently
sashes
3 of 'em.
following her and Billy out.
There are 3 that are pointing swords at her, like keeping pace with her.
3.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there are 7 out there fighting. 3 are on trying to get Billy back.
Okay.
You, Avarice, you are being approached by 2 as well. And swords drawn coming at you.
Okay. Where are they coming at me from? Like where that? I'd hate to say. What's her name? Mylanta? Oh, Mylanta?
Mylera.
Mylera. Okay.
Close.
They all got up from the table. They were in a semicircle around it, and they approached you. So they're just running up on you with their swords, and they're probably trying to flank you.
Yeah. I'm just going to kind of slash my way through them, trying to get to Mylanta. Mylera.
Okay. You are not able to do that
Why?
because you are resisting yourself.
Oh.
You are feeling compelled to turn around and stab somebody.
I'm not feeling very compelled.
Now, you can also. There also is a part of you that wants to fight. So if a red sash is near you, you can fight a red sash.
Okay. I'll just fight the 2 red sashes that are in front of me.
Okay, they're flanking you.
Okay. That are flanking me
Yeah.
unsuccessfully.
Is there no roll for that to like see whose personality wins out?
Well, we're going. If he decides to do something other than
Okay.
try to run, yes, we can.
Yeah.
do
Because
that.
you're like, you're possessed. He's like, no, I'm not.
yeah.
Nah.
I'm gonna go ahead and do this.
You feel like you want to stab somebody. No, I don't.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna fight the 2 red sashes flanking me.
Okay. How do you do that?
Right. So the first one gets to behind me, and right as he goes to make a move to slash at me, I'm just kind of lunging forward at the guy in front of me.
Okay, so they're coming at you from the sides
Yeah.
and not behind you in front of you.
Well, I don't think
They're
I'm
kind
gonna.
of
I don't think I'm gonna let one guy or 2 guys just get on either side of me, and then
okay.
my eyes.
So you're
just,
gonna turn your back to one of them.
Yeah.
Okay. And you lunge forward.
Yeah.
All right. And are you slashing? What are you doing?
I'm piercing
Okay. So
at the other guy.
what do you
Kinda
have to roll with that?
Just skirmish.
Which is how many dice?
4 of them.
Okay. So I'm gonna say you're in a desperate position because of the
Possession.
possession,
Mm-hmm.
and you will be in a limited effect.
So I'm gonna push myself
Okay.
again.
How many dice do you have total?
Now it's 5.
Okay. How much stress do you have left?
I have 5 left.
Okay.
2 6s and a 5.
Nice.
Almost another critical.
Okay.
So what I want to do is just kind of like do the whole Raphael thing from Soul Calibur and kind of just do the da 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 da, where he's just hitting him over and over and over in the head and not letting him have a moment. And then as the guy approaches me from behind, just going to slash backwards and start fighting him.
Okay, so you're gonna try to stab the guy, which you do it. You were in a desperate position, so you do it, right? You're gonna poke him, but I'm gonna say you're gonna get him right in the chest up here towards his clavicle. So he's still fighting, but he's definitely taking some damage there.
Mm-hmm.
So you still have 2 to tangle with,
1 injured.
right? So then you're gonna try to now turn around and get the guy behind you.
Yeah, like slash him.
Right. So he, while you were leaning forward to get the other guy, he's going to slash at your back. And he gets a good little slice in there. Okay. But now you're attacking him, so go ahead and roll for that. So you're using how many dice?
4.
Okay, so you pushed yourself again?
No, 4 is is my base for
Gotcha.
skirmish. 2 6s.
Nice. All right, so you're going to get him too.
Mm-hmm.
Same kind of thing happens where, you slice at him. This time you get his arm, and he actually drops his sword. At that moment, you feel this pressure in your chest, like you're not able to breathe. But then, all of a sudden, as if you came up from a deep dive, coming up for air,
I get the bends.
your lungs fill up with air, and you feel relieved. And you alone can see the general, Kroger, has left your body. And he's probably thinking to himself, fuck this guy. He's too, he's this isn't working. And then you notice from across the battle that Ox has stopped moving, and his eyes are rolling in the back of his head, and he takes a seat.
On the
and
ground?
Reds,
Like
yes.
crisscross
Like
applesauce?
like he sits down.
Oh.
So I'm guessing now that you figured out the silver nails that you have made aren't exactly working the way you thought they would. For whatever reason at this point.
Is the Spirit Bane charm that I carry going to do anything?
You were supposed to look that up before this session.
Shit.
Because remember, we were like, just pack it, look it up, and then tell us what it does.
Okay,
So,
that's right.
wait.
We'll take a second.
Since the nails are on the outside of our bodies, should we put them on the inside of our bodies?
You guys do whatever you want. I can't tell you that.
Like keister it?
As I described the silver nails, the gang, they wear them as rings, and somehow that works for them, right? But there might be some magic involved with that, you know. Is having a silver ring enough, right?
I can just see Billy watching everyone shove a silver nail up their ass. He's like, oh, me too, me too.
They're like, hold on. Come at me, ghost. So it does appear that Ox is dealing with the general now.
Okay, so as they're still backing me up, I'm like using like essentially Billy's like my human shield kind of thing, right? With holding onto the strings, I'm like, well, either they're gonna stab him, try to stab me, or I pull the string, whatever. So I pull out my little lady revolver.
The noisy cricket.
Yeah, and they can't notice I'm using him, that fat bastard guy, right?
I'm not fat. Look at me. Come on.
All right, so this dad bod, I'm using him. So they can't really see me, and then I'm like gonna try to go like sneakily-ish shoot them without them noticing when I'm brandishing the rope. Really, I'm like, I swear, I'll pull it, and then I'm gonna try to get him with my cricket, and I feel that's pretty prowly. Please give that to me because that's the only thing I fucking have.
All right. So, yeah, we're going to say that that is a risky position, not necessarily desperate. As you're doing that, one of them saying, look, you haven't hurt anybody yet, not like all these other guys. Give us Billy. Just give us Billy, and you get to live, okay? There's 3 of us. There's 1 of you. Come on. You don't want this trouble.
It's only one of me right now.
While our players are getting their shots, let me tell you about our Patreon. We love making content for you, and we would love to keep doing this forever. If you become a Patreon supporter, you'll receive extra bonus content and tons of other goodies. Just search for Oops, We Broke the Multiverse podcast on Patreon to become a member. Thank you for your support. Now let's rejoin our heroes as they break another multiverse.
So you throw the bomb, it does succeed, and what happens is the guy, it hits him right in the face. The guy's head snaps back like a Pez dispenser and makes a nice loud crack, and he is going to fall backwards. But the blast is going to have 2 other impacts. Fortuna was on the ground, so she's not going to get it. She's definitely going to feel the force of it, but it's not really going to do anything to her. However, Billy is blown back because he was right next to this guy, blown back, and he falls on his butt on the ground. He's laying flat. He's fine, but he just got blown back. The other guy who was pointing his sword at you is also blown back, but he gains his footing. But now he's a good 5 feet away from you, and he's stunned. He's kind of like getting his shit back together. He just had something
I
blow up
shoot
in
him.
his face. Okay.
She shoots him.
Let's go ahead and roll for the shoot. And what are you using?
I am prowling from his stunnedness.
Are you using your noisy cricket?
Yep.
She's so...
Isn't that like a flintlock pistol? Don't you have to like dip your pellets in there with your gunpowder?
I already
then you gotta pack
It's
it.
a revolver.
It's a revolver.
I know. That's
It's
what I was
got-
thinking at first, too.
It's got 6 shots.
Like, hold on. Shh, 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 shh.
It's got 6 shitters. Okay. Jeez.
All right, so you are in a... you're on the ground.
I count 6 shots, motherfucker.
And you're on the ground, so we're gonna call this a risky position because you're like prone to attack right now.
Well,
Um,
I was on the floor on purpose.
I
though.
know.
Okay,
You're still there, right?
but I'm not.
Or are you standing up
Prone.
to shoot? Okay, don't think in terms of D&D. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm not
Oh.
giving you that designation.
Yeah,
I'm just saying,
Okay.
like, if other red sashes wanted to come get you, you are easy
Somebody
prey.
come
Yeah, you're
get
on the
her.
ground.
So, right now it's risky, but it's a standard effect.
I feel like I probably attack better on my back as an ex-prostitute.
Yeah, but usually the gun's in your mouth. Bang!
Oh, skeet, skeet, skeet,
All right.
motherfuckers.
So, I'll take an extra stress. Oh boy, guys, I only got one more stress until I'm
So
traumatized.
the one red sash is now dead. The one that got hit with the bomb.
Hey, Anthony, you know what? I know this is your birthday and episode and everything, but also, this is the first time you've killed somebody
Oh, is it really?
before me. Usually I'm like the
Has
first
he
person
killed
to kill
anybody?
everyone. Yeah.
Have you killed anyone?
I don't think I've killed anybody at all.
No, you killed
Wow.
that. You killed the guy with the fucked up face that Anne, mutilated.
that was a
he-
mercy killing.
He did an old Yeller kill right there.
There's some tears
That's
shed.
true. Yeah.
Sorry, girl.
Too soon.
Wow, your first straight combat kill though.
Yeah.
Nice.
Happy birthday.
Hey. All right. So yeah, it's a risk. So what are you using to do it with? So you got hunt, like this guy.
She has like no points in anything attack wise.
I have one in prowl and one in insight or survey,
You
which
Yeah,
I
those are
surveyed the
attack.
scene, and I saw that he was distracted from the. Hey, bitch!
Yes, you surveyed it well.
I knew it was coming.
I forgot that was.
I
a thing.
prepared myself. I saw that he was distracted, and I took my opportunity.
I mean, that's
That's surveying. Okay, you have a gun, so you get 1 die because a gun shoots, and you're gonna do that. But we're not gonna say you have any skill at that.
What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
Right?
So you're in a risky position, and you push yourself. So you have 2 die. Go ahead.
Okay. I got 2 5s. I
Nice.
can.
So you do it, but you suffer a complication.
So excited.
Yes, I'm so glad I got you doing this.
All right. So you do suffer a complication. So you're gonna try to shoot the guy who got knocked back, right?
Yeah, he's pointing the one he's pointing a sword at me. That one.
No, yeah, he got knocked back.
That one.
Yes. So he's kind of gathering himself. You take a shot at him, and it's gonna hit him on like his left chesticle, and that's not good news for him. So he is bleeding, and he's in pain, and he kind of gets on all fours. So,
And the repercussion is I feel kind of bad.
well, no. The repercussion is you feel on the back of your clothes as if you've been pulled up by some sort of rigging device, and you notice that Ox has a hold of your jacket and is pulling you up right.
Well, Ox, if you wanted to get into my pants that bad, all you had to do was just pay me.
So Ox is holding you, and he is looking at you, and you notice he has a very blank look on his face, and then he says to you,
How dare you get in the way of General Lucian Kroger's Discussions! Do you know how much time I have to talk to people, buddy? It's not a lot of time. We have very important things to discuss. There's a lot going on, a lot to talk about.
And he obviously
This is getting racist.
poor old
In a South Park kind of way.
yeah, poor old Ox has been possessed, and he's not as good as Avarice was at controlling it. And as Anthony was pointing out, that's because in loadout, even though he didn't know what it was at first, you brought a special item, which was, I'll let you describe it.
A Spirit Bane charm, which is essentially like any kind of like object that is infused with like rock salt, silver, whatever else, iron, some iron in there.
Garlic, holy water.
Yeah, basically anything that can ward off a spirit.
So as
Wow.
General Kroger went into Avarice,
I've been watching a lot of Supernatural, so
he felt a lot of resistance to being able to control his actions. He definitely could let Avarice feel what he was feeling, but that's about it. And Avarice did not let that take over his actions. So obviously General Kroger left to a more susceptible target. And you know, the Hodor of the room, he's in the big
Hodor.
guy and basically controlling him now. So now back to you, Fortuna. You're being lifted. He's got you by the back, and you see him. He is reaching for your hand to undo the cable off of it. So he starts to try to untangle that, but he's not being very careful either. So it's around your wrist.
Oh, you're being too rough. You have to pay extra for that.
Quiet, girl. Turn over the spoiled little brat.
A.
Well, if you could undo this knot nicely, I'm going to need my other hand here.
I need you to use sway to convince him not to break your arm.
I will use sway.
You better use sway.
I got fucking 3. Just on
I'll help
its
you.
own.
Take that little bit of stress myself.
Well, I have 3.
You might as well use a fucking 4th.
So you are in a desperate position because you really have no control over the situation. This is a Hail Mary to see if you can somehow convince General Kroger.
So I've taken that stress, so add that dice to your roll.
Got this.
I don't like when you're supportive. It scares me more. Oh, and I got 2 5s.
2 1s. Damn, dude. All right, so
Oh,
you
those
do
little
it,
things.
but
Don't
you.
look at those little things.
All right, so you do it, but you suffer a serious complication
Why is it serious?
because
this
that is
time?
Why so
desperate.
serious?
for the rules.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I'm not arguing with you.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're telling him. So go ahead and tell him what you're telling him.
Listen, you'll get a lot faster where you want to go if you work with me. You know, loosen a girl up a little bit, loosen the knot a little bit, right? Just gentle, easy does it. We'll get there where we need to go. Our goals are the same goals. Just let me go.
So, Mr. X, how is the device attached to Billy?
So there's like leather straps, think like a leather belt. You got to put it through the loop and then the 2 prongs. But those are on the back side.
Okay.
And they're running through some attachments on like a metal base on the chest piece,
Yeah. Okay.
if that makes sense.
Yes. So you see Ox has you in one hand, and he takes the wire, and he's looking like he just wants to snatch it from you and basically break your arm. So instead, he grabs Billy's shoulder and just kind of snaps it and dislocates his shoulder with his hand, just kind of, and that's kind of what he was gonna do to you, as if Ox is fighting back a little bit. And he looks at you and he says, "Run." And his eyes are now Ox's eyes. He says, "Run." And then his eyes go away, back again. And now he's starting to, he releases you, and you have an opportunity to run.
Yeah.
Let's hear Billy scream.
Daddy!
So I loosen it up enough where I can easily slip it off with my chopstick hairpin.
Okay. So you let go.
I do let
All
go.
right. And where do you go?
Can I get to the bookshelves now?
Okay, you're running towards the bookshelves. Good. Avarice,
Yes, sir.
you are being attacked
By two men.
Right. So
They've done a little bit of damage, but I've done more.
right. So you've had your back slash, but one of them has an arm slash. The other got stabbed in the clavicle. They have now reset. One is going to take a swipe at you.
With what? Which guy?
They use rapiers as well.
Which guy? One of them dropped their weapon.
Right, the only guy with a weapon.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
The one I'm facing.
Yes. So, like I said, they both kind of got up and reset. So they're both going to have probably their weapons by now. And one's going to take a slash at you.
Okay.
And, okay, so he's going to do it, but you're moving a little too quick for him. He kind of grazes your shoulder, and it swipes off. You are now kind of getting, they're getting quicker. They're getting angrier at you. The other one picks up his sword and is coming at you, but you have an opportunity to make an attack now.
I'm just going to attack him. What I'm going to do is, like, I'm kind of going to dodge, like, just, like, do one of those bend and snap kind of things and, like, go to the side so, like, both of them are, like, within my view. There's no longer anyone at my back. I'm just kind of like, whoo! And I see one coming at me, and I'm just going to kind of steady one of my rapiers, like, at him as he's charging at me with his weapon, and kind of just going to, like, pig fuck him, or whatever it's called. Pig stick him.
Okay.
Stick him with a pointy end. Do that really quick.
So you're in a...
I got 4 5s. That should account for fucking something.
Yeah, that's got to be something.
Oh, yeah.
We're
here.
doing
Let me
good
look it up.
rolls,
Wow.
guys.
You guys are doing great rolls.
There's not like 4 of a kind or anything.
All right, so you do it but suffer complication.
Fuck!
I know.
Full house or
I'm
something.
sorry.
I don't
It's
know.
in black and white.
Well, let's just do it, like, it's now stuck in his throat and he dies.
No, so you do it. So you are going to get this guy. I have a death count of 2, and I'm going to draw a 2-slice clock. The death wardens are on their way.
What?
Well, yeah, people are dying. So you've got 15 minutes from the first death, which was exploded guy, Peznek.
About, what, a minute ago?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
it's
game
all
time?
happening
Like
pretty much
8 seconds.
I shot somebody in their kidney, remember?
He's not dead, though.
Yeah.
I'm not dead yet.
Not dead yet.
Well, the cure's
Yes,
time.
you are.
The cure is time. The antidote is time.
I want to
Hey,
go
I just
for
want to.
a walk.
Hey, that was a convenience reminder that you're killing people and somebody needs to come.
Oh, thank you.
So
Thanks,
I'm
DM.
just letting you know. So anyway, all right. So that guy's gotten stabbed in the neck. He grabs his throat. He's like, and it's like coming out of his mouth. He's pretty gruesome, and he slips on his own blood and falls to the ground. And he's kind of wiggling stuff, and then he expires. So the other one sees that, kind of switches hands again as if he's like, man, I don't know which hand I'm better with. Like, I gotta attack this guy. So he takes both hands with a rapier because now you've intimidated him a little bit, and he's going to take a swipe at you. And he's going to do it with a complication. So he comes at you, and he's going to poke you in your hip, and you're going to take some damage. But a complication occurs, so I'm going to say after he pokes you in the hip, he slips on the blood, and he is going to be knocked on his back.
Okay.
So you are going to take level 1 harm, and it's just going to be piercing damage. So you have a piercing wound.
All right, so since he's now on his back, kind of like with the wind taken out of him, because all of a sudden he was facing me and he just stabbed me in the hip. Now he's fucking just flat on his back. I'm just gonna take this time to just stab him in the neck.
So that'll be a controlled position on this one.
6553.
Cool. Let's get this kill
I know.
described.
All right, so the guy comes and he just kind of stabs me in the hip, and I'm just like, and brush it off like to the side, and the guy, like, his forward momentum just takes him too far, and he slips in the blood, and he just lands flat on his back, taking the wind out of him. But before he can get that wind back in his lungs, I stab him through the larynx.
Jeez. Very nice. All right. So in the distance, okay, so Mr. X, are you doing anything right now?
That's a good question.
Yeah,
So you
are
just
you?
blew up a guy. You watched Fortuna run. You look over to see where your group is. Avarice is having like a bloodbath over there. Obviously the bloodiest part of the room. And Fortuna's running for the bookcases or the shelves.
With Billy, I'm assuming.
No. Billy's on the ground. He just had his shoulder dislocated, and Ox is there with another red sash. And
Ox told me to
basically
run.
got him. Yeah, but he doesn't know that.
Ox told me to run.
Ox told me to fucking run, yo! Making a break.
So is the door blocked?
Well, you're in front of it. I mean, you're in the hall. The door's not blocked, but as soon as you go in the room, like the closest thing to you is Ox and this red sash. It's probably the closest thing to you when you enter the room. Like they're gonna be a few feet away. You can get in the room, but they're
Like I
pretty
could
close.
run around him? Like if I wanted to follow Fortuna?
Yeah, if you wanted to make a break for it, I think that you might get noticed by Ox and the red sash.
I have Prowl. Could I use it to sneak by them? Very,
Yes.
Very, very quickly.
Yes, you could.
In a very, very quick manner.
If you roll for a prowl, you might be able to sneak by them with everything going on. So how much do you have for prowl?
2.
Okay. We're going to do a risky position.
I don't want to take any more. Fuck it. I'll take one more stress.
Okay.
But that's it.
Because it's all about getting past this, motherfuckers.
Nope. Well, 2 6s and a 5.
Nice.
Oh, double 6. Like, do I get a crit sneak?
Okay. You guys don't get mad. How many of you, raise your hand if you've had a double 6 before?
I've had double 5s.
Okay.
So, you
How
know,
many of you have had a double 6 tonight?
Oh, Anthony.
Just now?
So 2 Anthonys are raising
Guess
their hand.
what? Don't get mad.
Both of them are born in August.
2 6s is a crit.
Oh my-
And I have been rewarding you like a crit. And I'm sorry. I love you.
So
You have or haven't?
I have not been rewarding you that way.
we're on episode 8. I can't even count how many times I've gotten double 6s, and you're like, "Oh no, fuck you."
You
and
got
then
hit, you got a crit last time.
yeah, with 3 6s.
Yeah, you stabbed a guy and came at the same time.
Yeah, I get. By the way, I did give him that because I not knowing this. This is a different sheet, by the way. This is the different one I handed you guys. It's a better formatted cheat sheet. Anyway, no excuse. But I did give him a massive crit that time, dude. I was like, he fucking stabs him, lays him down, and comes at the same time. What more can I do?
Right.
But that was just me doing that. I didn't realize
Oh.
that's in the text. A crit is 2 6s.
So what do you get for a crit stealth? Can I attack
Sorry,
while I run by?
blades in the dark.
Yeah.
Can I do a drive-by?
So, yeah, you slice his Achilles tendon.
Oh,
Inside
Natalie.
joke.
Little throwback. Natalie, thanks for listening. You've been such a loyal fan. We thought we'd reward you. Anyway, here's what would have happened if you would have failed. You know, Ox was going to grab you mid-stride and fucking throw you
Right.
against the wall, right? Like he's
That was the
crazy
gamble.
Hodor right now. But since none of them know you're coming, you're going to be able to squeak right by and catch up to, I'm going to say, through the whole battlefield. Nobody touches you. Somehow Mr. X is just, he is as sneaky as he's got his, yeah.
So
Cloak
like-
of invisibility,
like Batman.
invisibility on right now. Like,
Just flick of a cape and you're gone.
yeah, and I imagine like slow-mo, right as Avarice is killing that guy, there's blood going up, and you're just like,
Like
running
Quicksilver.
right through it. Yeah. Nobody, there's shillelaghs flying. Nobody even fucking notices you, and you catch right up to Fortuna.
So how many of these people are dead? Are we recording?
Only 3. Yes.
Yes.
We've been
Okay,
recording.
cool.
Only 3 are dead out of 10, so there are 7 left. Now, 1 is mortally wounded
Hey.
on the ground, bleeding out, and the others are fighting. And the other guy is with Ox. He's also wounded. He got the blast back.
So about half of them.
So if in due account, right? If all those guys are the guys that are dead, and now you're not engaged, right? What else is happening?
Where's Ricardo Cabeza?
Right. So,
I look behind me as I'm running away.
right. So a couple of these, so you can see Ox takes Billy, and he and that red sash get up, and they've got Billy, and the red sash cuts the device off of Billy, and then Ox throws him over his shoulder, and they're kind of walking over to chase you guys, right? Meanwhile, Ricardo Cabeza has been fighting and is now outnumbered with red sashes, and as you look back, you do see him take a blade to his like armpit in it, and that is going to be a really tough blow.
God, that makes me cringe just thinking.
I know. As I did it to myself with my finger. I'm like, that would fucking suck. I was like,
Paper cut like in between
he's
your
gonna
fingers.
take that, and then he kind of gets down on one knee and is fighting people off with his wooden club. But there are 3 on him, so there are 2 missing. What do you guys do next?
All right, what I want to do is through all the chaos, I want to start prowling. I'm not running away, but I'm just like
Just a fucking murder ninja.
I'm just gonna like hide myself in people's like blind
So there's
spots.
the table.
Half
right?
of them are probably staring right at you.
There's the table and chairs. There's 2 that are missing that you don't know, like necessarily. You're as we're in the
Well,
moment.
I'm gonna head for Dickhead. So
Ox?
Oh, Ricardo.
Ricardo Cabeza.
So you start heading for
Literal.
Ricardo Cabeza.
And I'm gonna like prowl in those guys' blind spots, going towards them because they kind of got him on one knee and they're about to kill him.
Right.
Figure I'd save my little Hispanic buddy,
Little homie. All right.
homie.
So you are running over there to do that.
I'm prowling over there.
Yeah.
Do I
As
need-
you're
I can roll for that. See if I
Yes.
can get double 6s.
Roll
Because
your
now we're
sneak
gonna
attack.
count to
okay.
fucking
So
everything.
I'm gonna say you're in a. It's always risky because
Hey, butter
people
up to
can
him.
see you.
yeah.
Yeah. Right. Try that for once.
1 6, 1 5.
that is not a crit.
No,
No.
It's really
1
close
that
though.
isn't. No, but it is
So
a
you're-
success with no
you're-
complications.
You're going to basically make your way through the room similar to what Mr. X did without drawing attention to yourself.
Copycat.
But as you're approaching Ricardo Cabeza, you can see another one slash him and he falls down. He's face down now, and they are not interested in him anymore.
Okay. Well, since they can't see me, I'm just going to
Can
kind of.
see you. You're prowling, but they don't have attention on you,
Yeah.
right?
So I'm going to jump into the middle of this foray and just kind of like hold out both of my rapiers and do like kind of just a whirlwind, slashing all of their throats at once.
Pirouette.
A pirouette. Yes.
Okay, so here's the guys' positioning, right? They just basically, as far as they're concerned, finished off Ricardo Cabeza. By the way, I'm shading in one slice of the pie because you had an opportunity to jack off and you didn't.
a good
And
point.
So it's been fucking 7 minutes.
no, I'm saying that in game time, you could have done. There's going to be opportunities. I'm letting you have opportunity. I gave you an opportunity. You didn't
Okay,
take
perfect. All right.
Yeah, you got a 6, and you decided to sneak in
it.
and stab.
Nobody can see me. Nope, I'm gonna sneak around.
I
Okay.
think he's an exhibitionist in reality.
I thought
and
that's where you were
wants
going
to
with it.
watch
Like nobody can
people.
see me. Great. Like, and you
Why would
didn't
I
do it.
hide that?
See?
Yeah, good point. Good
I'm
point.
like
what I
CK
said.
Lewis over here. I can't do it unless someone's watching me.
You actually would probably want to do that, so people are like, "What? This guy's crazy."
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyways, but I'm
okay.
gonna like do like a Xena warrior princess, like spinning, roll into the middle of this thing, and then pirouette with my rapiers, slashing all of these guys.
Okay, I'm gonna say that is a desperate position.
Okay, perfect. However, since I'm sneak attacking them, I get an extra dice. I'm gonna push myself.
And after you're done interrupting me, I'll tell you the rest of the situation.
Okay, continue.
So you're going to be in a desperate position, and remember, there are 3 of them. So you going Tasmanian Devil is going to. I mean, they can easily dodge that, right? And you're in less control. So if one of them was to just stick out their sword and slash your thigh, that's going to happen, right?
Okay.
So and also I should warn you that you'll suffer a serious complication if you happen to not do better than a 3.
Okay. So disregarding everything you just said, I'm still going to do that.
I love it.
Right?
That's my avarice.
So I'm going to push myself. Taking another stress. Would anyone like to help me?
I can't take any more stress.
I can't either. I have one more than I have.
How many dice do you have? 5 already?
I'm in
I have
the
5 right
trauma.
now. I just
Then-
pushed myself for 6. And this time, Anthony, I would like a die.
Okay.
1 or 2?
Just one. because
How
you
much
guys-
stress do you have left, Avarice? Because you push yourself like every time.
Anthony,
I have
you,
3 left.
3 left.
You have so much stress left.
Oh, I'm not marking it. I only have 1 left.
You need to mark it, yeah, because we're going to carry over into tomorrow. She has a pencil. All right, good luck.
I have a 6.
1 6.
1 6, 1 5, 2 4s, a 3, and a 1.
Okay. Mark an XP because you succeeded on a desperate. All right, so you go whirlwinding, spinning, and you're gonna feel a lot of clanks on your rapiers as people are trying to block your attack. Right? You are going to hit them so hard because you're spinning around. One of them recoils and hits one of the guys in the face, and he goes down. Another guy's going to take a slash to his arm, and the other guy is going to take a slash of recoil back to his shoulder.
Okay. So,
So
one
one
guy,
of them,
one of them dies
no, he goes down. He falls down, hits him in the face, and he goes down.
with a blade.
Yes.
So he hits him in the face with a blade. and
Oh,
he
I
goes
don't mean
down.
it went impaled him. I'm saying it hit him in the face, and he goes down.
Oh, like the
Like
flat-
he's cut. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's cut on his face.
but
and-
obviously
Gotcha.
not as bad as when I cut someone's face.
I guess not.
I mean, it's pretty bad, but yeah. No.
You ruin a poor philanthropist's life.
Okay, so you do that.
I
Now one of them's on the ground with his face all bloodied up, so he'd probably be easy prey. The other 2 are going to slash at you.
Just re-roll
Okay,
and re-roll.
one is going to... Well, I have 2 people, so I'm rolling
Oh.
for 2 people.
Remember, they're in a desperate position because I'm fucking the goat.
Anthony, suck up to him.
No, so you're dizzy now, actually, right? So,
Well, that makes sense.
now, so one is going to slash down at you and hack at your arm a little bit. So you take another damage there, or harm, light harm. But the other one is going to manage to try and strike down on you too. They're both trying to hack at you, and you get a block in, so he does nothing. At that moment, here comes a wooden club from the ground right into the balls of one of the guys. And Cabeza's still alive, it seems. Hits one of them right in the nads, and he is on his knees, ready for you to just take him.
Okay. So after my little whirling dervish, I'm just going to slice down at this guy.
Okay, he's dead.
And then that was with my left hand. And then with my right, I'm just going to try to stab the other guy in the face.
Okay, go ahead and roll for that one. The other guy was super desperate, so yeah, you just killed him.
Yeah. Ooh, 2 4s.
2 4s. So this was a controlled position, I'll say. Oh, no, the other guy. Never mind, not that guy. You'll suffer a complication for a 4. So you're going to get him. You're going to kill him. Okay? Which is good. But now you see that Ox is now kind of rampaging towards you with Billy on his shoulder. And he's going to kind of give you a shoulder butt and knock you down.
Okay.
So now you're on the ground. You've got Ox over you, and he just dumps Billy on the ground. And he's going to raise his fist at you like he wants to smashy.
Thank you for listening to Oops, We Broke the Multiverse podcast. We were playing Blades in the Dark, published by Evil Hat Productions. Our intro and outro music was provided by Major Powers and the Lo-Fi Symphony. You can hear more of their music on Spotify. The introduction was voiced by our multi-talented friend Brian Linds. You can find him on Instagram at Cult Classic Posters. I'm Anthony O'Neill. I was playing Avarice. Mr. X was played by Anthony Gaba. Our Game Master and NPCs was played by Sean Cruz. And of course, our special guest tonight was Anne-Marie Cruz. She was playing Fortuna. She's an amazing illustrator, tattoo artist, and nerd. You can follow her on Instagram at Anne-Marie Cruz. That's at ANNMARECRUZ.
I